Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Left for dead on a lonely beach by Henry Miller, the Atom Man, Superman was brought to a country hospital where he lay in a coma for many hours. His identity unknown, but the following morning, weak and dazed, he managed to make his way back to the Daily Planet where he could only mumble strange words. Meanwhile, discovering that the solution of kryptonite in his blood, which had made him an Atom Man, had been exhausted in his titanic battle with Superman, Miller contacted a strange character known only as Sidney. Sidney, in turn, contacted the Scarlet Widow, who had stolen the original kryptonite fragment from the Metropolis Museum and forced her to sell him the last remaining piece of the element. As we continue now, Sidney, Miller, and a German chemist named Joseph Bush are in a laboratory in the attic of a Metropolis bungalow. Suspended over a Bunsen burner is a quartz beaker in which a colorless liquid boils violently and gives off cloudy fumes. At the bottom of the beaker is a mass of green glowing powder. Bush, the chemist, is speaking.
You are sure you gave me the right formula, Herr Miller?
Positive. 6 parts of hydrofluoride to 1.5 parts of aqua regia.
You have not forgotten anything?
Nope. It's the same formula my father worked out in Germany. I was there.
And it dissolves the kryptonite,
How else do you think it could have been injected into my blood? He ground it into a powder just as you did, then put it into a beaker with the hydrofluoride and aqua regia.
Why are you asking all these questions, Bush?
Because, Sidney, you can see for yourself. The kryptonite is not dissolving.
I don't understand it.
I do. Obviously, you didn't give Bush the right formula.
But I did, Sidney.
Then why doesn't it work?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're a fool, Miller. And I, for the first time in my life, have been a fool, too. You realize I paid the Scarlet Widow $1 million for that spoonful of green powder?
$1 million?
Yes. I had to get rid of Papa Rausch besides, to keep him from getting it.
If you had asked me first, mein Herr, I would have advised against it. The whole idea is fantastic. To create a human Atom Man.
What do you mean, fantastic? Teufel did it with me, and I killed Superman with my atomic power.
That I do not believe.
I did, I tell you.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Boy's telling the truth, Bush. I happen to know the Teufel did inject kryptonite into his veins, and it did give him atomic power.
It is difficult to believe.
Never mind what you believe. Your job is to dissolve that stuff. Now go ahead and do it.
But the formula is wrong.
It is not. You're a stupid fool, Bush. Schweinhund, how dare you?
Stop it, both of you. Get to work, Bush. Dissolve that kryptonite.
You do not seem to understand. To find the formula for dissolving such a hard element as this, and one so complex, takes years.
Years?
Yeah. And even then it may fail.
It had better not fail. I don't intend to lose my hard-earned money. Miller, you said you were sure of your father's formula.
Positive.
Then give it to Bush. Correctly. Or a policeman will find you in a dark alley tomorrow morning. With one of Gito's sacrificial knives in your back. Now get busy.
What's that?
It's a ventilator fan, carrying the fumes away. It still does not dissolve. Miller, try to remember. There must have been some other agent, some catalyst with the acids.
No, I can't remember any.
There must have been. Try to remember. Did your father perhaps add acetone?
No.
Or ethyl iodine, or molybdenum?
He tried molybdenum first, but it didn't work.
Perhaps copper chromite then?
No.
Or sulfurochloride?
He tried that too, but...
Phosphorus oxychloride?
No.
Keep trying, Bush. Keep trying. Maybe he'll remember.
What is the use? There are 10,000 chemicals which might have been used, but it is clear this young fool does not remember.
Wait a minute.
What?
I just remembered. I think my father did use another chemical.
Yeah? What?
Quickly, what was it?
I'm trying to think. Wait a minute. It seems to me that he did something to the powder before he put it into the beaker with the hydrofluoride. Yes, he did.
What did he do? What?
Wait a minute. It was the night he told Teufel and me that he finally had the right formula. Teufel asked him what it was, and he said 6 parts hydrofluoride, 1.5 parts aqua regia.
That we know.
Quiet, Bush. Go on.
Teufel got terribly excited and started to measure out the acids. My father told me to bring him the teapot. I knew he was very tired. He'd been working night and day for almost a week. I brought the pot to the slab of stone he was using for a table, and then went to the other end of the cave for the hot water kettle.
What is this talk of teapots and kettles? Tell us.
I'm coming to it. Wait. When I got back with the kettle of water, my father waved it away. He was just putting the teapot down, and I remember noticing that the kryptonite powder in the mortar was wet, and that it hissed and gave out sparks. I didn't think anything about it at the time. I was excited and tired, too. But now I think he poured the tea brew on the powder.
What? Tea brew?
Yes, it must have been that. He had the pot in his hand, and Teufel had the acid several feet away where my father had rigged up a coal oil burner.
You think it could have been the tea, Bush?
In tea, there's only tannic acid.
Could that do it?
Of course not.
It must have been the tea.
Such stupid, childish talk.
Confound you, Bush!
Look here, Bush. We've got nothing to lose except my $1 million, and I don't intend to lose that. Now, try the tea.
But it is a waste of time, an insult to my intelligence.
I said, try it.
All right. I will have to empty the acid into another beaker. Miller, go down to the kitchen and ask my wife for the teapot.
Okay, and I'll bet it works.
You'd better pray that it does.
It's a waste of time. Nothing else.
Time is less valuable than money. Time is. And if it works, I'll have all the money I want. All the money in the world. Think of it, Bush. How much do you think the Bank of England would pay not to have London blown into dust? How much do you think they'll pay to have me spare 'em?
It is impossible. Frederick, even if this kryptonite can be dissolved, once it is injected into Miller's system, he will die.
He didn't die the last time, and he's begging to take the chance again for the glory of the fatherland.
I've got the teapot.
Bring it here.
There you are.
I know this is senseless, but since you wish it... So.
See how it hisses and sparks.
Right, it does.
Wait. The powder is not yet dissolved.
Pour in the hydrofluoride and aqua regia.
That is what I am doing.
Anything happening yet?
Not yet. Do not stand so close. These fumes are very dangerous. Say, Himmel.
What is it?
The powder. Yeah. It is actually beginning to dissolve.
It is?
Yeah. See how it is slowly disappearing. How the liquid becomes a deeper and deeper green. This is amazing.
Didn't I tell you? You called me a fool. You said I was stupid. Now what do you say? What?
His eyes blazing with triumph, Henry Miller watches the kryptonite powder slowly dissolve in the hissing, boiling acid. Will this deadly brew make him once more a human atomic monster, able to destroy anything in his path? We'll return in a moment for the climax of today's episode. As Henry Miller, Sidney, and their Nazi chemist succeed at last in dissolving the kryptonite, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, is high above the city in a transport plane with Editor Perry White. The Man of Steel's mind is still numb and dazed from his battle with the Atom Man, and he mumbles strangely, almost incoherently.
Yes, Sir Kent, a few weeks in Florida will make you as good as new again. The doctor agreed with me. All you need is some rest and sunshine and freedom from worry.
Must stop Miller. Got to stop him.
Now, just get Miller off your mind.
Can't.
He's another dirty Nazi, that's all. The police will take care of him.
Oh, no, they can't. Miller is the Atom Man.
Now, forget Miller, I tell you. Just concentrate on getting well.
But we've...
Yes, sir, we're going to have a fine time. I needed a little vacation, too.
But you...
We'll sun ourselves on the beach and get in some good deep-sea fishing.
Listen, there's a box on his throat. That box controls his power.
What box on what throat?
Miller...
No, that again. Now listen to me, Kent.
Oh,
For your own good, you've got to forget about Miller and everything else.
Wait.
Just think about getting a lot of sunshine and rest.
But only I know. Only I can stop him from destroying. Only I must get that box before he sees me.
Kent, will you stop it?
Only I... Oh, but there's something wrong with me. I have no strength. It's hard to think. Only I can stop it. Only I...
Weak and dazed, Clark Kent, who is Superman, repeats the same phrase over and over, trying vainly to recapture his former strength, while the plane speeds him farther and farther from Metropolis, soon to be threatened by Henry Miller and the sinister Sidney. What will happen? Only Superman knows the menace of Henry Miller and the secret of his power. But Superman is helpless now. Fellows and girls, there are thrills and excitement ahead for you in tomorrow's episode. So don't miss it. Tune in, same time, same station, and follow the adventures of Superman.
Kellogg's Pep, the super delicious cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Dazed and helpless after his defeat by Henry Miller, the Atom Man, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, was taken to Florida by Perry White, who believed Kent was suffering from nervous breakdown. Meanwhile, discovering that the kryptonite in his blood, which enabled him to generate atomic power, had been exhausted in his mighty battle with Superman, Miller contacted a strange individual known only as Sidney, who secured for him the Scarlet Widow's last remaining piece of kryptonite. In the attic laboratory of Joseph Bush, a German chemist, the deadly element was dissolved. And as we continue now, Miller lies on a couch, breathing heavily, his eyes closed. A long rubber tube extends from a clamp on his bare arm to a glass cylinder suspended above, in which a brilliant green liquid is slowly dissipating. Sidney sits wedged into a chair as Bush nervously tests Miller's pulse. Listen.
Well, Bush, how's it look?
Its pulse is very rapid. Over 100.
I should think it would be. That kryptonite's powerful stuff.
I would feel better if we had a doctor here.
I didn't have a doctor in the cave in Germany when Teufel injected the stuff into Miller the first time. Fewer people involved, the better. It's always been my motto.
But what if something goes wrong? We would not know what to do.
Time enough to call a doctor there. What's that confounded noise?
It's the ventilator fan.
Well, turn it off.
It is not yet safe to do so. The fumes of the acids we used are very dangerous. They must be cleared from the room.
Oh, well, sit down and relax. You make me nervous.
How can I relax? Nothing like this has ever been dreamed of before. Imagine a human being able to generate atomic power within his own body.
Well, Miller can, Bush, he can. I had a first-hand report on his demonstration in the Black Forest. He got rid of Superman, you know.
I cannot believe that is true.
I wouldn't go through with this if I didn't believe Superman was dead.
Superman destroyed. It is amazing. Never did I believe such a thing was possible.
Neither did I. That's what convinced me to give the Scarlet Widow a cool $1 million for her last piece of kryptonite. Why, I expect
What
to
is
make...
this?
What's the matter?
His pulse has become very faint. While we were talking, I can hardly feel it at all.
You can't?
None. And see how pale he has become. Like wax. He hardly breathes. I do not like this.
Now, don't lose your head.
I told you we should have a doctor. I will call
Not yet. Disconnect the transfusion tube. The stuff's all out of the jar.
What I...
Do as I say and disconnect the tube.
Yeah, all right.
Wait. Miller told us he might go into a coma. He said it was like that in the cave in Germany.
But this is not a coma. This man is almost dead. He must have forgotten some important detail about the transfusion, as he did with the dissolving formula.
He can't die. I paid the Scarlet Widow $1 million.
Please, let me call a doctor.
If Miller's dead, a doctor can't help him. And if he's alive, a doctor might spoil everything. We'll wait a while.
But
I said we'll wait a while. Sit down.
What's that?
The car stopped in front of the house.
Himmel.
Well, look through the window and see who it is.
Yeah. It's the police.
Are you sure?
Yeah, a police car and 2 officers. They are already at the front door. What do we do? They must have traced Miller here.
Well, they couldn't have. His hair is dyed and he wore an American Army officer's overcoat. My man's too smart to let anyone trail the car. Let me think.
What will we do?
Will you stop repeating that stupid question? Let me think. Your wife's downstairs, isn't she?
No, she is out.
All right. They won't see anybody through the windows. They may leave. Plan to come back later. We can get away for them.
They are not leaving.
Come on. Give me a hand with Miller.
What are you going to do?
Put him on the floor behind the couch. Come on. Take his leg. Come on, hurry.
It will not work. It will search now.
It's our only chance. I've talked myself out of tough spots before. Maybe I can do it again. Easy now. Easy. There.
They are still ringing. We are trapped.
No. Get this, Bush. Let them in. And tell them you were working on an experiment and didn't hear them.
What kind of experiment?
Never mind. Let me do the talking. Now, pull yourself together and let them in.
That is madness. We are trapped, I tell you.
Hurry now. Do as I say. And for heaven's sake, stop trembling.
How can I? I'm afraid. One moment, please.
I'll move the couch. Closer to the wall. There. Better drop something over him, in case they come up here and look behind the couch. Oh, that looks suspicious. Oh, now let's see. Miller's coat. Where'll I put it? No, closet here. I'll have to fold it and sit on it. First, I'll shut off that infernal ventilator. Now then, there. The door's closed. I wonder what happened. Someone's running upstairs. I hope it's...
Sidney! The door right. They're gone.
Not allowed, you fool.
Never was I so scared.
What do they want?
A car parked too close to the fire hydrant in front of the vacant lot next door. They're looking for the owner.
My goodness, that was the first door. Come on. Help me move this couch away and get Miller back on it.
He is dead. Better we leave him there until Jito can take him away at night. What is that?
Miller. Does that sound like he's dead? Come on.
Can it really be that he is alive?
What happened? Where am
You
I?
bet he's alive. There. Are you all right, Miller?
Yeah. What happened?
It's a miracle.
The solution of kryptonite was injected into you. Don't you remember?
The kryptonite. Yes, of course. My atomic power, I have it again. I feel strong as if I could lift mountains. Just the way I felt the last time.
Good, good. It'll be dark in an hour, and you can test your atomic power then. And if it works...
It'll work. I can tell. I can feel it. In an hour, I'll destroy Metropolis. I'll destroy every stick and stone of it. I'm the Atom Man again.
Yes, indeed, you are my Atom Man.
A maniacal gleam in his eyes, Henry Miller lifts his hand, gloating at the thought of the terrible atomic power that will soon pour through them. We'll return in a moment for the exciting climax of today's episode. It is an hour since Henry Miller awoke with a fresh solution of kryptonite in his veins. Dusk is drifting down over Metropolis. The city's millions, unaware of the terrible threat hanging over their heads, are hurrying homeward. In Joseph Bush's little attic laboratory, Sidney sits reading the evening edition of the Daily Planet, which Bush's wife has just brought him, while Miller paces the floor impatiently. Below, at the front door, Bush keeps watch.
It's dark now, Sidney. What are we waiting for?
It's not dark enough yet. Be patient.
It'll be pitch dark by the time we get to the tower.
I want it to be pitch dark when we leave here. But yes, and patience is a valuable trait. Try to cultivate it. What's this?
What?
Just a good grief, Kennedy.
What is it? Can what be?
Superman. Is it possible he's alive?
Superman alive? That's impossible. Why,
He must be. According to this newspaper story, the unidentified man who we know as Superman disappeared from the Linwood Hospital last night.
But he couldn't have. The doctor said he was dying.
The doctors didn't know who their patient was. But we know. Oh, this is terrible. It ruins all our plans.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Does, you fool. You think Superman's going to let you destroy Metropolis or any other place without defending it? He'll be there at the first explosion.
No, he won't. He'll be afraid to come near me.
Superman afraid to get out of your mind.
No, he knows I'll finish him this time.
You couldn't finish him the last time after exhausting all your atomic energy. And I got the last piece of kryptonite from the widow. There's no more. Exhaust that, or Superman, we're through. Finish.
No, he can't stand in my way again. He can't. There must be a way.
There's no way we're late. All my great dreams and all my $1 million, they're gone.
There must be a way. With my great atomic power that... Yes, of course. I forgot. There is a way. Teufel figured it out.
What do you mean?
Teufel knew how Superman could be finished. He wanted me to do it, but I wouldn't listen to him. I was sure that Superman was dead. But now I will do it, and I can't fail.
Well, what are you talking about? Tell me.
All right. Listen, Sidney. Superman has another identity. I know what it is, but he doesn't know that I do. I won't have to exhaust myself.
Triumphantly, the Atom Man confides his plan for the destruction of Superman to the intent Sidney. The plan developed by the late and brilliant and half-mad Teufel, who had thought of everything. And as Sidney listens, his little pig eyes sparkle like cold blue diamonds in his sinister moonlight face.
You've hit it, Miller. You've hit the perfect plan. Superman can't escape now. He's doomed.
What was Teufel's plan, which the Atom Man and Sidney now propose to put into operation? Do you remember what Teufel said just before he died? Fellows and girls, a new and even more terrible threat menaces Superman now. A threat he himself once voiced as the only way in which he could be destroyed. Tomorrow the fatal trap is baited for the Man of Steel. So don't fail to be with us then. Tune in, same time, same station, and thrill to the adventures of Superman.